Hello everyone and welcome to today's video, and in today's video I'll be going over the fact that Nintendo have now announced a brand new Splatoon 3 Direct for this Wednesday the 10th of August, with the following times being 6 AM Pacific time, 9 AM Eastern time and 2 PM over here in the UK. The Direct will also have will take a new look at the game, where Nintendo have said the following on Twitter. Tune in on the 10th of August at 2 PM UK time for a live streamed Splatoon 3 Direct presentation. Join us in the Splatlands for roughly 30 minutes of updates. In today's video though, I'll be going over some quick rapid fire predictions of what I think will appear in the Direct. So, starting off, I think we're going to see a Squid Research Lab style Direct. The sort of Direct, if you don't know what the Squid Research Lab is, they basically did Directs for the first ever Splatoon and the sequel, basically being the Squid Research Lab, which is this fictional research lab where they have scientists basically going over what's in the game, new modes, features, weapons, and much more. And as I stated, in Splatoon 3 I do think we are going to see the return of the Squid Research Lab, going over all the following things I'm going to predict, like new weapons, stages, story mode, etc. So getting started, I think we're going to see the brand new hub area being Splatsville, which is essentially going to be the sort of post-apocalyptic, the new main hub area where you'll go, to enter story mode, Salmon Run, Turf War, where you have all the different shops where you can make posts, you can see all of the different sort of inklings around with the, your different sort of artistic posts above their heads and things like that. I think we're going to get a full view of all the new vendors, all the new characters. Obviously, I think they're then going to go from this and cycle into some new weapons, the new training area maybe, some new clothing, some new features, and some new vendors. Maybe return to some of the mini games such as Squid Jump, or I can't remember the exact name of it, but it was the dancing mini game from Splatoon 2, where it was essentially like a rhythm game that you could play whilst waiting for Turf War, waiting for your mates, for example, or if you just wanted to doss about in the main hub area, you could do that. So hopefully those games will return because they were really cool. Next up though, speaking of which, I think we're going to see some brand new main weapons, sub-weapons and abilities. Obviously, I think the Squid Research Lab are going to go over these in more detail. I think we're going to see some new bows, some different variants, maybe a bow that's more long distance, maybe a bow that's like a triple burst bow, maybe a bow that is short range but does more damage, things like that. I think we'll see some new perks, maybe some new perk combinations. Maybe they'll change a few things and they'll go over in the Direct what they've changed, but I also do think we're going to see some new multiplayer maps. I'm currently unsure what the main themes of the new multiplayer maps are going to be. Obviously they're going for sort of a post-apocalyptic sort of chaos heavy metal theme, which is obviously going off the final Splatfest in Splatoon 2, and obviously what the main story is going to be as well. But some new multiplayer maps would be great. Hopefully we get to see some returning maps from Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. One thing that I had an idea for is, I know we're going to get themed Splatfests, but I really hope we get new themed multiplayer maps. I think new themed multiplayer maps, maybe a Christmas themed map or a Halloween themed map, or maybe an Easter themed map, for example. That would be pretty cool, but again we'll have to wait and see. But hopefully we'll also see some new multiplayer maps and some new changes to previously existing weapons that have been changed specifically for Splatoon 3, and we get to see how they're changed and what's new. Speaking of which, with multiplayer as well, I'm really hoping that we see some brand new multiplayer modes, as well as obviously, Bob Standard Turf War, Splatfest as well. But I also hope we see a update to Ranked and League, making it more accessible for more players, because that would be great in my opinion. Now, next up in the Direct as well, I really want to see story mode. Now, story mode is my sort of bread and butter with Splatoon. I really liked Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, as well as the Octo expansion, which just simply blew me away. I thought the Octo expansion was brilliant, so I think that what I want to see is, I don't want to have it spoilt for me, because I feel like Splatoon 2 was spoilt quite a bit with, obviously, they were teasing Callie being sort of the antagonists quite a lot, so I really hope they don't do that for Splatoon 3. I really hope they really keep the mystery until the game comes out, because I don't want it spoilt for me. But some new levels, maybe some new mechanics, teased off. Again, I don't want a whole lot. I'd rather have an overview of multiplayer rather than the story mode. But maybe a short teaser trailer, that would do me personally though. Going off straight into this though, I really do hope we get some more, like extra features. Obviously, I want to see the story mode. I want to see Salmon Run. With Salmon Run, I don't think we're going to get a whole lot. For me, Salmon Run looks very samey. Obviously, I guess we'll see some new maps, some new modes, maybe some new enemies as well. I'm hoping we do get to see like a change to maybe Grizzo and how Grizzo code works. Maybe how I'm really hoping it's not just copy and paste from Splatoon 2. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if it was, but for me, Salmon Run's a really good mode. I feel like the potential is there for it to be really good. If I'm not expecting like a full overview, like a full rework of Salmon Run. Personally, I'd love to see something like Horde mode from Gears of War, if you guys have ever played that, like a wave-based survival system. I do feel like Salmon Run can be a bit short sometimes, so maybe if they add a longer mode, that would be cool as well. But I really hope we see some extra stuff such as amiibos. Now, with amiibos, we usually get the sort of main hero character, the male and the female. I imagine it would be like the yellow inkling girl and then maybe the purple inkling boy. Maybe they're squid forms as well. But in Splatoon 3, I'm really hoping that we get Judd and Judd Jr. as amiibos, because we've already got Callie and Marie, and we've already got Off the Hook as well. So I really want to see who the new idols are in Splatoon 3, both in amiibo form and in actual form. And that then takes me brilliantly onto my point about Splatfests. I feel like Splatfests, they've done quite a lot of Splatfests now. I would love to see some third-party ones or some Nintendo ones, maybe if it's like Samus or Ridley, for example, or Samus or Dark Samus, for example. That could be one, or Star Fox or Star Wolf, for example, another really good one. But maybe like if you go Donkey Kong or the Kremlins, like a Donkey Kong or K. Rool, maybe like I don't know what they'd, or maybe Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong. I don't know what they'd go for. Maybe do another Pokemon one, but based off Scarlet and Violet. I think that would be a pretty cool one. But yeah, I really hope we see a Splatfest. I really hope we get a global test fire again. I hope it's not the typical Nintendo thing of releasing it for 20 minutes on a day and then it's a time where everyone's at work. It's a weird thing. I don't know why they still do that in 2022, but hey ho. But I really want to see the new idols. Obviously, I love Callie and Marie. They are my favourite Splatoon characters. I love Off the Hook as well. Not a big fan of Pearl, but obviously, like, Marine's the better one there. You know what I mean? But I think with Splatoon, I really want to see who the new idols are. They're really endearing, and you get attached to all the characters in the story, and that's what I love about Splatoon. The world building in general by Nintendo is really good, hence why Splatoon is now one of Nintendo's like big 5 properties, along with like Mario, Zelda, Pokemon. Splatoon has done really well for itself, and I'm really happy to be part of this community. And going forward with Splatoon, I really hope I just hope it's not just Splatoon 2 copy and pasted, because Splatoon 2, obviously it did add a lot of things, but Splatoon 2 did feel like it was copy and pasting a lot of stuff from 1, and I felt like that was fine, because obviously a lot of people didn't get to play 1 because of it being on the Wii U. But with Splatoon 2 doing so well, I feel like Splatoon 3 has to do better. It has to do new and exciting things, such as the Octo expansion, that did so much brand new things, that I really hope that Splatoon 3 uses that as the template and say, okay, what weird and wacky things can we do? Obviously, I don't mind some returning features, modes, all returning weapons are coming back, that's fine. But I really hope it isn't just a recycle of different things with just a new story mode, because that's my biggest fear. It feels like Salmon Run is exactly the same as it was, just with some new enemies. But lastly, my last prediction even, is future content updates. I think we're then going to see some new stages, some new weapons, some new modes, clothing, etc. Hopefully some new like Salmon Run modes and things like that, I don't know. But I feel like they are near the end of the direct. They are going to go into sort of DLC, free content updates, that sort of thing. I wouldn't mind if they teased another expansion pass where they did like a big story mode, because I feel like the Octo expansion did really well, and I feel like, you know, if you tie that into Nintendo Switch Online, I feel like Nintendo and Splatoon developers could make a lot of money from that. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching the video today. That's been all my Splatoon 3 predictions. What do you guys think we're going to get? Do you think we're going to get a global test fire? Do you think we're going to get some new idols? Do you think we're going to get a look at the new story mode and amiibos? Tell me what you think in the comments, and if you guys want to stay subscribed and like the video and all that, I will be doing loads more Splatoon content. I've got some Xenoblade 3 content coming up. I've got a sort of video as well as a full-blown like half-an-hour review that I've been working on, because I'm currently about 40-50 hours into the game, so I'm really enjoying Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I really hope I get to enjoy Splatoon 3 when that comes out as well. But yeah, no, tell me in the comments, what do you guys think you're going to see, and what, are you excited for this Direct and the game in general, because I know I am. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.